A day after Muhammad Hanif married a 26-year-old in Hyderabad, he went missing. A week later, the newlywed woman received a postcard with the words "Talaq, Talaq, Talaq" written on it. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the reality of our country even in 2017. Talaq, Talaq, Talaq means divorce, 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 and it was granted. Fortunately, at least in this case, the husband has been sent behind bars for cheating and harassment. But the moral of the story of this woman, or of Shagufta, Atiya and Shabano, is that some personal laws need to be done away with and others need major reforms if men and women are to be equal stakeholders in society. Zafaryab Jilani, has a right precedent been set, sir?
I could not follow the question. What do you want to inquire from me?
Is this the right precedent that is being set? A man who divorces his wife via postcard is now languishing in jail. Is that what should be done to all these men who treat their women with contempt, who treat their wives with contempt? Simple question.
We have always condemned it. We have always condemned it, and we have said that they are committing sin. They are committing also offense. So there is no question of endorsing this. This is not at all a precedent. This is very shameful and bad thing. We have always condemned it, and we have filed it in our affidavit also, condemning such types of divorces which are being given by persons. So
well, they are being executed, sir. These divorces are being given because there is a provision under Islamic law which says that you say the words 3 times, the marriage is over.
Divorce does take place, yes.
So why not oppose?
Divorce does take place, but the person who has given such a divorce is liable to be punished. Why don't you propose for punishment? Second Caliph had punished them with, he had used this against such persons. Kode lagaye gaye the.
So why do you go to court, sir?
In India, there is no whipping.
So why do you go to court? No, and why do you then go to court? Why does the AIMPLB go to court and defend
We are
Triple
not legislative bodies. We have already submitted before the court that this has been the practice in the days of second caliph. When such person had pronounced, he was whipped up, and therefore there is a provision for punishment against such persons. But we are not the lawmakers. Therefore, we can only submit before the court. We have said and we will argue it on 11th of May onward. So we will, whatever we can do, we are also campaigning against such divorces. So for the last several years,
Shazia Ilmi,
years, rather 30 years.
Is the AIMPLB being a little too selective with the facts?
Well, my question is, and it's very clear, it's very easy to say, right?
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. We can hear you.
I just want to state this, that it's very easy to sit here and say that I'm against this, but the fact of the matter is, what is the action they have taken regarding asking for punishment for these men? Are they excommunicated from the community? What kind of action has been taken? Why are they not supporting the law ministry's recommendations on abolishing triple talaq? On that matter, they seem to support, and they see it as interference in their personal matter. But when they see cases after cases of Muslim women living in a state of anguish and fear, and this being used rampantly day after day, where men just abandon their wives after using them and abusing them and throwing them on the streets, what is Muslim personal law board doing about it? But instead, they're saying something over here right now. But you just see their submission in the Supreme Court, where they actually don't want the triple talaq to be abolished.
Personal laws of a community cannot be rewritten in the name of social reform. Courts cannot supplant their own interpretations over the text of scriptures. Muslim personal law provides for the practices of marriage, divorce and maintenance. And these practices are based in the Holy Scriptures, Al-Quran, and sources based on Al-Quran. Sir, you have told the Supreme Court that any interference by the apex court in Muslim personal laws, including triple talaq, will amount to judicial legislation. Why?
Yes, of course, we say so.
Then?
This is our constitutional right.
So you give the license to misogynists?
Supreme Court has held in 4 cases.
No, this is not your constitution.
So what we have said was only what the Supreme Court has said.
No, your constitutional right is not to go against the Constitution or Quran.
We will do not interfere.
I'm sorry, sir, this is not your constitutional right. Your constitutional right is not to promote and perpetuate a reprehensible practice, sir. Sir, your constitutional right is not to perpetuate a reprehensible practice. That is really cruel to women. That is not your constitutional right, sir. That is unconstitutional and un-Quranic.
I have submitted before the court. Person should be punished, but that does not mean that law should be changed. There are so many things in which punishments can be imposed.
That's a strange contradiction.
For that. So
are you saying that Indian Penal Code would stipulate a term of 4 years of punishment or 2 years of punishment to any man who divorces his wife this way? Why have you not included that in your submission, sir?
Whatever the government,
why have you not pointedly written down the quantum of punishment for such men and there to be an inclusion in the Indian Penal Code addressing this issue, sir?
Let there be a proposal by the government.
No, sir, you're playing very smart, sir. You're playing very smart, sir, and we can see through that. Sir, I'm calling a bluff.
Whatever words you want to use.
No, sir. Your submission does not include. Your submission does not include, sir. Sir, मैं आपसे बहुत इज्जत के साथ आप कहना चाह रही हूँ कि आपके सबमिशन में कहीं पे भी आपने कोई सजा इन मर्दों के लिए नहीं मांगी है जो अपनी बीवियों के साथ अनकुरानिक और अनसंवैधानिक तरीके से तलाक देते हैं। सर प्लीज सच बोलिए यहाँ पे आकर। आपके सबमिशन में कहीं भी लिखा नहीं है। Nowhere in the submission have they asked for punishment for such men. No masajid, no imam actually counsels. No masajid actually says that men will be excommunicated.
Let me point out more submissions of the AIMPLB. Let me point out more submissions. This is what the AIM gentlemen.
No, sir, आप बिल्कुल गलत कह रहे हैं। सर, आपको कुरान शरीफ के बारे में भी कोई जानकारी नहीं है, ना ही संविधान के बारे में और ना ही इंसानियत के बारे में।
आप गलत बयानी कर रही हैं। आप अपनी ज़बान पर कंट्रोल कीजिए।
आप औरतों को इतने मजलूम हालत में रख रहे हैं, इतने मुसलमान बहनों को आप इतने मजलूम तरह से रख रहे हैं, जो परेशान हाल हैं, जिनको आप पर यकीन नहीं है, सर, इसीलिए वो सुप्रीम कोर्ट गई हैं। इसीलिए वो सुप्रीम कोर्ट गई हैं, सर। आपके पास नहीं जाना चाहती हैं, आपसे डरती हैं, आपसे डरती हैं आप जैसे लोगों से।
सुप्रीम कोर्ट तो क्यों गई हमें मालूम
नहीं, आप कर रहे हैं, आप लगातार करते आ रहे हैं सर, इतने सालों से कर रहे हैं। ये शरिया का हिस्सा नहीं है, ना ही कुरान शरीफ का हिस्सा है। क्यों कर रहे हैं आप क्यों जुल्म कर रहे हैं महिलाओं के साथ सर? आप मुसलमान महिलाओं का साथ क्यों नहीं दे रहे हैं, अपनी बहनों का, बेटियों का सर? समझ में नहीं आ रहा है मुझे। आप कुरान शरीफ के अगेंस्ट क्यों जा रहे हैं? आप क्यों संविधान के अगेंस्ट जा रहे हैं, मुसलमान बहनों के अगेंस्ट जा रहे हैं?
Let me educate the viewers a little bit. Let's bring more clarity to this debate. Let's stick to some more facts. One second. I just want to draw out some more quotes that have been made or submissions that have been made by the All India Muslim Personal Law Board. This is what they've said. If such casual denunciation of the verse of the holy book is permitted, then soon Islam would cease to exist. Number 2, once 3 pronouncements of talaq are made, the wife becomes unlawful or haram for her husband, for a former husband, unless the process of halala takes place in its natural course. This is what is being said by the All India Muslim Personal Law Board before the courts.
7.1 से पढ़ लिया शुरू कीजिए राहुल साहब 7.1 से पढ़िए
बोलिए
अगर आप सही कोट करना चाहते हैं तो
बोलिए सर
हमारा सबमिशन पैरा 7.1 से पढ़िए तब तो आप उसको समझ पाएंगे सामने पढ़ने आप बता दिया आपको आपने नीचे के पैराग्राफ पढ़े हैं आप ऊपर के पैराग्राफ भी पढ़िए तो आपको मालूम होगा कि हम सब क्या कह रहे हैं 7.1 से हमने कहना शुरू किया इसके बारे में कि क्या कुरान कहता है 7.1 में लिखा है इट इज सबमिटेड दैट इन इस्लाम एसेंशियली डाइवोर्स इज undesirable without a valid and compelling ground and that it is permissible only where it is wholly unavoidable. It is submitted that though pronouncement of triple talaq in one go is undesirable but irrevocably effective according to four
Rahul he is again misleading. I tell you what Quran says and everybody knows this. He is simply misleading. Quran does not have Quran Sharif does not include sir बोलने दीजिए औरों को भी तलाक हसन और एहसन 2 तलाक के तरीके हैं सुनिए आप खुद बोलते रहिए, औरों को भी मौका दीजिए भाई साहब। तलाक हसन और तलाक एहसन का तरीका है तलाक बिद्दत के हम अगेंस्ट हैं, और तलाक बिद्दत का मामला है जो इंस्टेंट डिवोर्स का है, जिसमें एक बार को एक सिटिंग मानी। अरे बोलने तो दीजिए, घबरा क्यों रहे हैं आप? घबरा क्यों रहे हैं? सब औरतें उठ गई हैं आपके इस एटीट्यूड के खिलाफ, तो आप घबरा क्यों रहे हैं कि बोलने तो दीजिए आप औरों को। तो तलाक हसन और तलाक एहसन और हसन
पढ़ना शुरू किया तो आप जो रुक गई।
अरे ज़फरयाब साहब आप खुद जानते हैं, ज़फरयाब साहब
दूसरों को नहीं पढ़ना।
मिस्टर जिलानी,
की बात कर रहे हैं,
मिस्टर जिलानी, मिस इल्मी, we need to move on the show।
औरतों की जिंदगियां क्यों दुश्वार कर रहे हैं?
Okay, देखिए एक मिनट, one second, I need to move on the show. I think there is a distinction that is being sought to be made by the representative of the AIMPLB. What he is saying is that though certain practices are frowned upon, i.e. divorce without provocation, etc., punishment should be handed out to individuals who break the covenant. But where they stop short of advocating change is when they say that this particular triple talaq should remain on the books. That's where the problem is. It's like saying that, well, we allow you to thieve, but we will also punish you if you thieve. That's a strange one, because then it leaves a lot upon the individual to exercise his prerogatives under Muslim personal law. And that's where the problem begins. And that's where it also ends. We leave it at this.